The Confessions of the Eldest Daughter podcast, where firstborn quirks meet comedic perks. Now let's unpack this trauma, y'all.
On today's episode of Confessions of the Eldest Daughter, we are talking about things that we are leaving in 2023, y'all. Like, 2023, I'm not gonna say it was a bad year. I honestly don't remember anything before my birthday. My birthday's in June, so I really only remember the second half of the year. And I don't think it's because anything traumatic happened. At least I hope not, because I know I be trauma blocking stuff, especially my memory. My memory is so bad, y'all. But I'm thinking because it was just okay. Like, I know I was at a job I hated, but I'm always at a job I hate. I'm at a job I hate now. I just hate working. But like, I don't think I was struggling too bad. I wasn't dating for real like that. Nobody broke my heart. This was probably, like, if anything, like the loneliest year, or one of the loneliest years. And I was really just kind of finding myself and preparing to turn 30. I'm really sitting here trying to think, like, did anything happen between January and June? I don't think so. So let's just go from what I remember. I turned 30 in June 11th. I spent my actual birthday by myself. I went to church. I went to go see The Little Mermaid. And I took myself to Chili's because a bitch loves Chili's. And then the next weekend I went to Vegas to go see Usher for my birthday. And if you ain't seen Usher in Vegas, I'm sorry. Y'all better catch them tour dates or the Super Bowl or something, because it was amazing. I was supposed to go see Beyonce, but I didn't. And that's honestly the only thing that could have just made this year better, is if I would have saw Beyonce. But I wouldn't saw the Renaissance. So same thing, right? Not really close enough. But yeah, and so right now I'm just trying to get ready for the next year, because I hate those people that are like, oh, why are y'all waiting till the first to change things? You can change things now. And it's like, sometimes you just want something to help you keep track of your progress, and nothing helps me more than starting at the beginning of the year, so that by the time 2025 rolls around, I can be like, okay, I was consistent from January 1st until now, and I don't have to think about the 27th of March or when I did this and this. Like, who's gonna remember that? Like, no one cares about that, you know? So I already said on January 1st, I'm big chopping my hair again. If y'all have been subscribed to my channel on YouTube, y'all know I do hair content. I'm big chopped about a good 3 times at this point in my life. So it's nothing for me to be bald. My hair always grows back. But now that I am older and I am 30, I really want to be on some grown woman-ish. Like, I've been working on my skin. I don't really get acne like that, but I do have a skin condition that is doesn't have a cure for it, I don't think. But you know, I'm on like certain medicines and creams for that. But for the most part, my skin on my face is clear. So I just want to be one of those girls who just don't wear makeup, which I really don't wear makeup now. If I do wear makeup, it's like a light beat. And I'm working on growing out my natural nails, even though I wear press-ons. I have to stop wearing acrylics, because when I would wear acrylics, my nails would grow long, but then they would be thin, and then when I take the acrylics off, they would break. So the only thing that really grew my nails for real were press-ons. So I'm back to wearing press-ons. I do my own lashes, and yeah, and I'm gonna grow out my natural hair. And I just want to be a natural baddie. Like, y'all know I love wigs. I'm probably never gonna stop wearing wigs, but I don't want to have to depend on them. So that's kind of just where I am now, and I never thought I would say that, especially as someone who was once a wig influencer. Like, y'all, I have a whole wig closet full of wigs that I don't wear. But that's how I know I'm maturing and growing up, because I actually want to wear my natural hair. I actually don't want to wear makeup. I don't want the fake nails. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I hate going to the nail shop. I hate going to get my lashes done and laying there for 2 hours. I hate all of that. And yeah, going forward, I'm just trying to be as natural and me as possible. But let's get into the first thing that I am leaving. I know I just said a lot, but y'all know I can talk. That's why I got a podcast. But let's go ahead and get into the first thing I am leaving behind in 2023. All right, up first, dating apps. Okay, here's thing, and I'm gonna be completely honest, and this should probably be a confession, but I'm gonna tell y'all this now. I get on dating apps whenever I be feeling ugly. Cause I be wanting niggas to hype me up. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, cause sometimes I'll be like scrolling and I'll be seeing everybody with their man. And you know the holidays is the worst time ever, cause everybody got the matching pajamas and everyone's getting, you know, and it's just kind of like, how y'all get somebody but I can't get nobody? Granted, I'm a homebody. I don't even go nowhere. I don't never leave my house. I go to work, I go to church, and I come home. And I barely go to church half the time. But it's like, nobody gonna see me if I'm put up all the time. And I just thought God was, you know, hiding me and keeping me safe until my husband was ready. But now I'm not so sure no more. And so sometimes when I want that validation, I'll get on dating apps. I have a couple of men tell me I'm beautiful and I'm pretty. Then I realize why they're on the dating apps, because they're freaking weird. And then I delete it. And then I repeat. And I do this every other month. Literally just deleted the app. Just deleted Bumble. I completely deleted my Hinge account. Like, normally I would just delete the app, but like, no, like I deleted my whole account on Hinge. Hinge is unhinged. That's a whole nother story. Hinge is very unhinged, which is so funny, because if you guys remember, my first episode of my podcast was called Shout Out to Hinge. Fuck Hinge, okay? We're not doing Hinge no more. So I was on Bumble. I would never do Tinder or BLK. BLK is ghetto, sorry. And so yeah, Bumble is cool. You have like a nice variety of men on there. However, it's just nobody was just, I wasn't just hitting it off with nobody on there. So I was like, you know what? God not gonna send my husband on Bumble. He just not. Like, I be seeing everybody else, you know, Simone Biles met her husband on Raya, whatever the fuck. And y'all see what kind of man that is. So I'm just like, let me leave the dating apps alone, because I don't think my husband is on there. So I deleted that. And you should too. If you're watching this and you know, you have, you know, you've been scrolling on there countless. This is how you know when you are on dating apps too much. When you swipe left everybody, and then they'll be like, at the end they'll tell you that's all for now. If you've never gotten that's all for now, we'll notify you when more people in your area are available message, it might still be hope for you. But for me, I was getting that every day, because nobody was good enough for me on that app. A lot of men aren't photogenic. Let's start there. And a lot of them have kids. And then over 50% of the people on Bumble just wasn't my type. And I wasn't finna pay or upgrade to just select black men 6 feet and up. Like, that's, you know, a little unrealistic. And I found myself being like, okay, well, Keandra, you're only 4'11". Like, you don't have to date a man that's 6 feet. So let's do 5'10" and up, you know? And I was like, Keandra, you're settling. Like, you know what you like. You have to believe in God and He's gonna give you what you like. And even if He don't give you a 6 foot plus man, He should at least check majority of your boxes. If you know you don't want to be no stepmama, then bitch, you ain't got to be a stepmama. And that's what I have to tell myself. And there's nothing against people who have kids, but it's like, bro, I don't even know if I want one of my own. Y'all know I told y'all that on the first episode. I don't even know if I want kids of my own. So why look like taking care of yours? Exactly. Even though I'm good with kids, so you know, you never know. But yeah, never say never on any of that, but I have decided not to date and not to download dating apps. Now, if 3 months from now I come back and tell y'all I downloaded Bumble again and I met the love of my life, y'all mind y'all business and just be happy for me, because I said so. But yeah, we're gonna leave behind dating apps in 2023 for sure. The next thing I'm leaving behind in 2023 is self-doubt. Like, I can be my toughest critic, and I will go back and look at all of the things I've done in my past and all of my accomplishments, and the person I am now, even though I know that person made me who I am now, it's almost as if I forgot. Like, I have a lot of trauma blockage in my brain. So when I go back and watch old videos of me on YouTube, or I talk to friends who knew me years ago, and they're like, oh, Keandra, you did this, this, and this, and this, and you're just this great person, and you're this talented. And I'm just kind of like, bro, I forgot I did any of that. Like, in my mind, the only thing I remember doing is like graduating college. Like, I kid you not. Whole time, like, I was in pageants. I was hosting events. I you know, was hitting, you know, thousands of, I have almost 8,000 subscribers on YouTube. Like, there's things that I've done and I've accomplished that I act like I never did, and it's low-key kind of concerning. And I also have to think back to a time and what was I going through at that time, because I know how I am. I have like high functioning depression, so like when things are going bad in my life, I try to keep myself busy so I don't have to think about it. And that's normally when I am the most successful in things. Like, y'all know how they always joke and say like, oh, when girls break up with the guy, they bounce back with like 3 more degrees and 5 jobs, and you know, they lose 20 pounds and they're just this boss ass bitch. Like, that was literally me to the T. I remember every heartbreak I had, I bounced back and probably hit multiple milestones, whether it was on social media, whether it was at my job, whether it was just like just how I looked physically. Like, I literally glowed up after my last breakup. And it's so funny because I was actually watching some clips that I still had like my, you know how when your iCloud is full, so you have to like upload them to like Google Photos or whatever so you can have storage on your phone. I literally was like going back, like deleting videos and stuff in storage from my phone, and I found videos of me around the time where I had my last heartbreak, and I never looked better. Now, you know, when you get cheated on and you lose all that weight, baby, I was skinny. Skin was clear, my hair was flourishing. Like, he really fumbled a bad bitch, but that's neither here or there. My point was, after that, I think I hit like 5K on YouTube. And I was literally doing, I remember literally doing YouTube full time. I don't know how I was doing YouTube full time, staying in a townhome. The townhome I stay in now, somehow all my bills and stuff were paid. I think I was selling wigs. I was, I had like a little part-time job at like a beauty supply store. Like, I was really like grinding, bro, grinding. And I looked the best I had probably ever looked in a long time. I was getting so many sponsorships. I was hungry because in my mind, I guess I did it because I just wanted to prove to others that I was okay and I was gonna be okay. But I'm a very strong person and I doubt myself a lot because I deal with depression and stuff, and I be feeling like I can't accomplish these great things that I want to accomplish. And literally every year I get better. I am 30 years old and I've literally done pretty much everything I've always wanted to do. The only thing I haven't done yet is like get a house and like have a kid and have a husband and get married. Like, those are like the 3 things which I feel like kind of just comes with life. But also, if I didn't get any of that and I went and traveled to Ghana and Dubai and found a way to quit my job and make money in my sleep, like, I would take that over a house and a family any day. They're just things that I be like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this. And then I'll do it and it's like I'm never satisfied. Like, I literally remember writing down that I wanted to live in a townhome. I wanted a white car. I don't know if I've ever told y'all the story. If you follow me on YouTube, then maybe you've heard like my manifestation story. But the complex I stay in, I actually worked here maybe like 4 years prior to me actually moving here. And I remember being in that leasing office and touring these apartments and being like, dang, I wish I could stay here or afford to stay here. Because if y'all don't know, them leasing agents can't even afford to stay in the places they work at. Not for real, for real. But I remember touring these apartments and be like, dang, I wish I could stay here. And 3 years later, this was the only place that approved me to stay here. And I have a whole townhome with a garage. I remember saying I always wanted a white car with chrome. I really kind of wanted a Jeep, I ain't gonna lie, and I still kind of want a G-Wagon, but my car is neither one of those. But it is an SUV and it was new and it's white with chrome. Like, there are things that I have written, there are things that I said I wanted to do and I've done it. I've broken many generational curses in my family. I graduated. I didn't have a baby in my teens, which is no offense to anyone who did in my family, but it's just like there are things that I said I wasn't gonna do, and I haven't done them, and I keep, you know, excelling. So I don't know why I self-doubt myself so much. That's something I personally need to work on and figure out why I'm that way. But we live in self-doubt in 2023 because everything I said I was gonna do, I'll be doing. The next thing I'm leaving in 2023 is negative people. That means family, friends, co-workers, kids, dogs, like all of that. Like if it does not bring you peace, I cannot stress this enough. If they do not bring you peace, leave them alone, okay? I know for me, I had to cut a lot of people off, family members included. And while I'm a very empathetic person, I also am it is what it is type of person. So it's kind of just like, I can love you from a distance, but you will have no more access to my life. And I am okay with that. I as bad as that sounds, I am very much so okay with that. And I look forward to building and creating my own family that, you know, share the same values and beliefs as me and loves me and always chooses me. And I think that's where a lot of it stems from. So for me, it's like, okay, cool. You feel that way. You can feel that way over there, but you're gonna miss out on everything I got going on over here. And like I told y'all in my last point, like things are always excelling for me. I'm a very blessed and protected person. I always say I'm God's favorite. I'm not God's strongest. I wish he'd take me off that list, but I'm definitely a favorite, and I live a very, very blessed life. And you know, it's sad because, you know, you want to share things with certain people. You want them to reap the benefits that you receive from certain things, but some people just be in their own way and they miss out, and that's okay. So leave those people, whether they are friends, family. I've had friends that got demoted to associates this year, which is fine. I don't hate you. There's no beef. You just can't come. It's fine. It's cool. And you know, the invite might get lost, but it's okay because I'll still like your pictures on social media. That's the least I can do. I'm not a hater, and I'm so happy for everything and what everybody has going on. But I have to surround myself with people who show up for me. And if you don't show up for me, then I can't call you a friend. I just can't. Like, it's not fair to me to be like, oh yeah, that's my best friend, I love them, blah blah, and you ain't been to a birthday dinner in 5 years. Like, it's just certain things that I am no longer tolerating when it comes to people in my space and my circle. And so, you know, you got to let that negativity go. Now, granted, sometimes it's not always negative. Sometimes they're great people. People just have lives. Things get busy. But if it makes me feel negative and it makes me want to be negative and it makes me resent them, I would rather just nip it in the bud and just not have to go through that emotion. And that's just kind of like what it is. I mean, like I said, we grown, bro. Like, I do not be having time for just negative people and negative moments and feeling negative. I don't want to deal with that at all. I just want to be happy. I want to be celebrated. I want to reciprocate the energy, and that's it. That's all I got for 2024 is reciprocating energy. Which brings me to my next and final thing I'm leaving in 2023. This is gonna sound crazy, and I hope I don't get no pushback for this. New friends. Bro, I'm friendly as hell. I will literally befriend anybody, and it's literally bit me in the ass every time. And as of lately, I've been trying to be, or not really trying to be, but I formed a group of people who I trust with everything, my business, my secrets, my life. I have a nice group of people that I've curated that I feel very comfortable with. and happy with. And you can't just call everybody your friend, because when you start bringing other people into that, then things get messy, okay? And then all of a sudden it's like, but why would I? And it's like, bro, I've known you for a month. Do I really owe you anything? Or vice versa, like, you don't owe me anything. And I feel like for me, I'd be so quick to call someone my friend, and then when they do something I don't like, I be taking that personal. Whole time that's just their character. So I just, and I think I just be like, oh, I was in a point in my life where I just felt like I was alone, and so I wanted to surround myself with so many people, and I wanted so many people on my team, on my side, to choose me. That is something I keep coming back to. I've mentioned this in my other podcast episodes, that I just wanted someone to choose me. So a lot of times I do befriend a lot of people who aren't good people, who aren't good friends, just because they're nice to me. And I'll see how they treat other people, be like, oh, well, they're nice to me, so they can be my friend. And that's not okay. And the group of friends that I have right now, I've known over a decade. Every last one of them I've known for over a decade. And I am, or if not over a decade, close to a decade. But these are people I've grown up with. These people I went to college with. These are people who I lived with. Like, I have such a good group of friends who don't expect too much from me. They already know me because they've lived with me. They've, they know I'm a simple girl. They know when I'm drunk. They know when it's past my bedtime. And they don't judge me for it. And I've literally, I threw a Friendsmas party, and as much as I wanted to pick up the camera and film, because I was doing Vlogmas on YouTube, I just wanted to be in the moment. I didn't film none of that party, and I apologize, because I know y'all want to see it, because y'all saw me set up my house for it. I still got decorations up, as you guys can see, but I just wanted to be in the moment with people who I love, and I know who love me back, and there's no jealousy, no animosity. Like, I know that they genuinely just are my friends. And that for me kind of, I guess, filled whatever void I was missing from, I guess, childhood, or even up to now, just feeling alone. Like, I have a good group of friends that help me, like, maneuver through being single, living alone, not having any kids or whatever. A lot of them can relate for the most part, but I'm just like, I'm good on friends. Like, if I were to win, $1 million tomorrow, and I wanted to take my friends on a trip or whatever, I already know what 5 I'm taking. Like, I don't need no new friends. And I hope that we continue to be friends. Like I said, this is a group of friends I've known for years, and we've never had any falling outs or whatever. Not saying that, I've fallen out with people who I was friends with since birth, so it's nothing. But I also think now I'm a lot more self-aware, and I take accountability for my part, and I just try to be the best friend I can be. And for once, I feel like it's being reciprocated. So yeah, I don't want any new friends in 2024 unless you are a boyfriend. That's what I want in 2024. I'll take a boyfriend, but as far as like my crew, my village of people, like, I'm good. As you guys know, I like to end the podcast with a confession and a lesson. And my confession of 2023 is, I'm okay with being the villain in y'all's story. I no longer care to tell my side of the story. I no longer care to try to make people see my point of view, to try to make people take my side. I don't care. If you said that I beat you up and drug you down the street and slept with your husband, then okay. God know I ain't do that shit. But if that's how you want to tell it, cool. Shouldn't have got your husband took. That's how I feel now. I'm just going to be the villain. Because I feel like I waste so much energy trying to get people to see why I do things the way I am. And I over-explain myself a lot. I'm tired of doing that too. And for me, it's more so, it's like, you know what? I don't care anymore. I don't have the energy. to argue. I'm too old to argue. Someone tried to argue with me a couple of months ago. I told them I was in church and they still tried to argue with me. Who does that? Like, I just can't. I don't have the energy anymore. So if you feel like I'm a bad person, I'm a bad friend, I took your man, whatever the fuck, granted, none of these things happened. But if that's what you feel like happened, cool. I'll be that homeworking bitch. Because I just don't care anymore. I don't want to argue. I don't care to argue. I am 30. Why are y'all still arguing with people at 30, bro? I'll be the villain, and I'm okay with that. If, you know, family members, oh, Keandra did this, and this, cool. Don't fuck with me then. That's one less Christmas gift I gotta buy. Cool. Keandra's horrible. Hate her. Stone her. Tomatoes. I don't care anymore. Because I am happy. I am being more selfish. You thought I was selfish this year? Oh, baby, I'm really about to be selfish in 2024. I'm about to be selfish. I'm about to do what I want. I'm about to buy what I want. I'm about to go where I want. Because I'm grown. And I realized that adulthood is really just trying to heal your inner child. And at some point, you got to stop blaming your childhood for why you're just like this or why you react like this. Because at what point are you trying to grow and progress and heal? You know? And I'm kind of just over you know, dwelling in my upbringing. Like, yeah, my upbringing sucked. It wasn't the best. But you know what? I'm a bomb-ass person now. So I'm going to thrive as a bomb-ass person and be everything that I was told when I was younger I couldn't be. And do everything that I was told that I couldn't. I'm going to do it now. And I'm going to do it better. So, yeah, here's to shitting on bitches in 2024. Because that's what I'm coming for. And if that makes me the villain, then I'll be her. That's fine. I don't care. Now I'm going to end the podcast with a lesson that I learned. And basically, one lesson that I've learned this year in particular is that everybody can't go. I know for me, I'm always trying to uplift my friends or uplift other people, family included, and tell them like, well, I think you should do this, this, and this. Because I'm that person. I'm very solution oriented. Ooh, excuse me. So if you're telling me like, oh, this is what's wrong, or I'm broke and blah, blah, I'm going to give you a solution on how to make some extra money. One thing I've recently got into is sports betting, and y'all, I be making bank, okay? For somebody who don't know what's going on in NFL and NBA, baby, I be cashing out, okay? Y'all follow me on TikTok and join my Discord if y'all want to see my bets. But I know that I needed a side hustle and I needed extra income coming in because I'm not the best with money. So I found one. I'm also signed up to take a course to learn how to do, you know, and sell digital products. Like, I'm such a solution oriented person. I can't just sit and dwell and pity that, oh my gosh, I'm broke. I'm gonna always find a way to make some money because I grew up not having money. Believe it or not, people will tell you like, oh, Keandra's a cheerleader, Keandra blah blah. Keandra's parents were divorced. Keandra lives with a single mom. A lot of stuff that Keandra got was because of her grandparents. Like, that's stuff that some people may know, but a lot of people outside looking in might not know. And it's just like, for me, I just can't. I have no reason not to just try things because I don't have anyone dependent on me. Like, granted, I understand, like, if I had a kid and I was crying that I hated my job every day and blah blah, I'd probably have to stay at that job because I have someone dependent on me. But I ain't got nobody dependent on me. So if I say I hate my job, I'm gonna quit my job. And I've been trying to explain it to my grandma. She said I change jobs too much, but I always get another one. It's nothing for me to get a job or learn how to make some extra money. And I say all that to say, sometimes I be trying to put people on and they don't be wanting to listen because they be dwelling in whatever they got going on. And so sometimes instead of getting mad because you didn't listen to me or you didn't take my advice or that nigga cheated on you again and that blah blah, I just leave people where they at because everybody can't come with you. When like I said earlier, if I become successful, go viral on TikTok, become this famous influencer or whatever the fuck, and I get to go on a trip, I'm gonna take the people that was always there for me, that's always been down since day one. The people who support my content, the people who share, repost, like, comment, that's who I'm taking with me. I don't care if me and you've been best friends since we was 4. If you don't support me in things that are important to me, you can't go. And that's just what it is. Like, I'm learning that what you see in others, they don't see in themselves. And that goes back to self-doubt that I talked about earlier. Like, a lot of people have a lot of self-doubt. And, you know, just when I talk to people and they speak life into me and I get to hear what they see in me, it makes me feel so good. Because in my mind, I be feeling like a bum. And then I have people tell me like, no, like, you bring so much laughter. I love watching your vlogs. I love your podcast. It's so relatable. It's when I hear those things, it just confirms what I already knew God had for me. But it's nice to hear other people say it. Like, you know, and it also just helps me as well. Because if somebody told me, you know what, your podcast sucked, I hate you, you stop talking, whatever, I would just probably be like, okay, you're a hater. But like down deep, I probably wouldn't make another episode. And I hate that I'm like that. But sometimes, you know, you can have 1,000 compliments. You get that one troll, that one bad comment, and it just ruins your day, you know? And I say all that to say, because sometimes, you know, I just be talking. Do a lot of oldest daughters talk? I think it's the oldest daughter thing. I don't know. Anyway, I say all that to say, everybody can't go with you, okay? So if you got this plan and you want to go travel, you want to go do this or whatever, book the trip, bro. Even if you got to go solo, book the trip. That's where I'm at. I ain't going too far solo because I don't want to get taken because I'm kind of small. But for the most part, like, if I want to go do this class, or I want to go and learn this new hobby, or if I want to go to this new restaurant, or I want to go on a road trip or whatever, I'm gonna just go because that's what I want to do. I got like 1 or 2 friends that's always down to ride, so I'm kind of good in that department. But for the most part, just go. If you ain't got nobody to go with you to your birthday trip, do it alone. Spending my birthday alone was the best day ever. My grandma was calling me that day, like, what you doing for your birthday? Bro, being in peace, sitting in peace, okay? You ain't got to worry about nobody not showing up. You ain't got to worry about nobody being late. You ain't got to worry about nobody not having enough money. You ain't got to worry about none of that. Just go. Everybody can go with you. That's what I want y'all to take into 2024. Because everybody can't go with you in 2024. Okay? I want to thank y'all for listening to my podcast. And I have so much in store for next year. And I'm really kind of excited because I think I'm going to start including guests on my podcast. That's something that's in the works. So y'all stay tuned. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you are listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, follow me on there too. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Coed Podcast. And then also follow me on Instagram at that's_Keandra. And follow me on TikTok at that's Keandra. I think that's all my social media platforms. All right, bye y'all. Happy New Year. See y'all in 2024.